On guys, today I want to talk about my top 5 most anticipated cars for 2017. Few good cars in there, so yeah, let's get into it. So number 1, the McLaren Project P14. It's going to be called the 720S, probably the successor to the 650S, most likely. Obviously going to be around 700 horsepower, going to have the same 4-liter V8. Not really sure anything else. There's been some spy shots of it, not in camo though. These are like the first spy shots that I haven't seen, like a upcoming car that's not in camo. Maybe it was in camo, I don't know. But it's going to be way better than the 650S. It's going to have more horsepower than the 675 LT and the 688 HS. Not sure it's going to be faster than those around the track or what type of aero it's going to have, but it kind of looks like a beefier 570 S and GT. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Is it time for the 650S to get a re-up? I mean, with its models coming from the 675 and the 688 HS, I guess it is time for a facelift and 100 or more horsepower. Sorry about that. Yeah. So yeah. Coming in at number 2, we're going to be talking about the Lamborghini Aventador S. I did a whole video on this a little bit ago, I think. Was it just that? Yeah. So it's going to have a revised front end, a revised back end, bigger diffuser, different exhaust. It's going to be between 740 or 760. Nobody's really clear yet on the numbers there. Gonna be a really cool car though. The whole interior is going to be revised. I forgot to mention this in the video that I actually just did on this car. The whole interior is going to be revised, and the electronics are going to be straight from the Centenario. I mean, it's not going to say Centenario on like the screen, but it's going to be those new components that they put in the Centenario, and it's going to be a revision. lots of revisions coming in for 2017. Nothing too crazy on the lift of it, but it's still gonna be a pretty cool car, because the Aventador has always been. Number 3, the Ferrari F12 M. That's what it's going to be called now. Ferrari's doing a facelift on the F12 Berlinetta. It's going to be called the F12 M. It's going to have a horsepower increase. I don't think it's going to be faster than the F12 TDF, but it's going to have subtle facelift, subtle rear end lift. The pictures that I probably have going right now show like masking around the rear end, but the front end of that car really doesn't look any different. But on the interior, that's where it's going to be most different. It's going to have electronics from most likely the GTC4 Lusso and the redesigned, more modern interior, along with the seats and all that nice upholstery. Yeah, it's just going to be a more modern looking interior, just like the GTC4 Lusso is, and I absolutely love the new interior in the Lusso, and I can't wait for that car, to see more of those cars to the Lussos. I think J-Car 2 already has one, I think, I'm not sure, but yeah, I can't wait to see this this F12 M at Geneva. Most likely all these cars are going to get unveiled at Geneva, I hope, and it's going to be an awesome show. And at number 4, we're going to be talking about the Ford GT. So more of these have been popping up. I think I have one picture probably going to go. I think we've seen a couple cars with the actual paint jobs on them. Not sure if they're actual customer cars or they're still test cars. I mean, the design on these cars are just ridiculous, but it's just the performance that is being questioned. I mean, it's the V6 EcoBoost. I mean, lots of cars are going to be using a V6 now. I mean, what is it? The new Mercedes AMG hypercar that's coming out. It's going to have a V6 with ERS system. I think that's what it's called, and it's going to have like 1,000 horsepower. I really don't know much about this car, that's why it's not fully in the list, but a ton of cars are using the V6 probably just to meet emissions in the first place. But you know, I'm afraid it's going to be an NSX or a GTR type of style, how raw or what the experience is going to be like in the Ford GT, because that's what we were talking about. Kind of got off topic. Yeah, the Ford GT. What do you guys think about this car? I mean, I can't wait to see the actual car in person. I mean, people have seen it up in Michigan and Geneva and other motor shows, but I can't wait to see it on the road. I think we might be getting a couple in Ohio, maybe not, maybe. I have no idea. But yeah. Next one. All right, my most anticipated car. This is the car that I've been waiting for a long time. The Lamborghini Huracan Superleggera. I mean, they put out the 580, which was lighter than the regular 610 rear-wheel drive, but the Superleggera, it's going to have a way more aggressive front end, way more aggressive back end, bigger diffuser, nice swing on it. That's what I'm seeing. Like the spy shots, they have a big wing on it. Not really sure on the power numbers though. I'm assuming it'll be probably 630 or 650. I have no idea. It's gonna have a lot of power. It's gonna be way lighter. I mean, from the Gallardo to the Superleggera to the Performante, I mean that that evolution was insane. Like, such a huge difference from the Gallardo to the Performante. So really, like, this is just the in-between from the Huracan to the Superleggera. The car that I can't wait for is the Huracan Edizione Tecnica Performante. I mean, that car is just going to be absolutely insane. I mean, I'm still in love with the Gallardo Performante. I mean, that car is on my top 10 list of best looking cars ever. I mean, it's just delicious. I've seen one, I went up to Marshall Goldman and they had an all green one with black seats with green accents all over the place. It was just incredible. It was a Spider too. The Performantes, those cars are just ridiculous. And so that's why I can't wait to see more of the Gallardo, Huracan Superleggera. That's going to be an absolutely insane car around the track. Like, everybody's been saying it. I mean, Lamborghini KS Chris Singh, he's been hyping this car up forever. I mean, it's gonna destroy everything. I mean, the Huracan, it has already proven to be a monster in daily drivability, around the track, just in all areas. Like, the Huracan, in my opinion, has been the best car Lamborghini has ever made. Like, it's literally perfect with the dual clutch transmission. It's super fast, and when you switch it into the best driving mode, violent shifts gives you that experience, but they're still super fast. I mean, who else is super excited for the Huracan Superleggera? So that's gonna wrap up today's video. A few cars that I didn't mention in the top 5 are the AMG GTR. I can't wait to see more of that. It's gonna sound incredible. The Pagani Huayra Roadster. I didn't bring that up because it's really just a Huayra with the top off, so nothing really special there. No power increase. I mean, the only Huayra to really look forward to is the BC. And yeah, so I'm getting in the video right now. Like it, subscribe, and share, and I will catch you in the next video.